Okay. Um, Today we're gonna start EOT of term 2. Um, and like I said, math is not difficult. All you have to do is remember Kanun and know how to read. Those are the important parts. Do you remember Kanun and can you read English clearly and correctly? Okay? Okay. So this question says Zach is designing wheels for a concept car. Wheels. This means circle. Okay? The diameter of the wheel is 18 inches. From here to here is 18 inches. Okay? Zach wants to make spokes in the wheel. Spokes. Those are spokes. Okay? Those are spokes. Okay? That run from the center of the wheel to the rim. Okay? You start at the center and you go to the rim. This is the rim. Rim is another word of saying circle. Okay? Wheels is another way of saying circle. There. Okay? Now, in other words, each spoke is a radius. They have just told you. The line that starts from the center to the circle is called who? The radius. How long are these spokes? So they're asking you, how long is the radius? And you have the diameter. Okay? So radius equals to diameter divided by 2, which is 18 inches divided by 2, giving you 9 inches. And you box your answer. So how long are these spokes? These spokes are 9 inches long. That's the answer to that question. Okay? You can spell the word inches. You can write it in short form. It's the same thing. Okay? All right. So now we go to the next question. Kathy slices through a circular cake. So Kathy has a cake. It is circular and she's slicing. Okay? Now, the cake has a diameter of 14 inches. From here to here is 14 inches. Okay? The slice that Kathy made is straight and has a length of 11 inches. So it's telling you Kathy made a slice on a straight line and it was less than 14 inches. So it can be like this. 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 So it doesn't matter. Okay? Now, did Kathy cut along the radius, a diameter, or chord? One, the radius, which is from here to here, will be 7. And this one is 11. According to the question, the slice that she cut was 11 inches long. So already the diameter is 14. This is 11. The radius will be 7. So it has to be a chord. Okay, so I am going to say, did Kathy cut along? Kathy cut along a chord because the line is longer than the radius, but shorter than the diameter. Okay? Now, I have 3 identical circular coins, and they are lined up in a row as shown. The distance between the centers, okay, centers of the first and the third cone, okay, is 3 2/10 centimeters. What is the radius of these coins? So how many radii do I have? I have another center here. And this is the end of one circle. This is the end of the other circle. So I have 1 radii, 2 radii, 3 radii, 4 radii. So I don't know all of them. So I'm going to put X for each one. So I know that 4 radii equals to 3.2 centimeter. How much is 1 radius? So I will divide both sides by 4. So 1 radius equals to 8/10 centimeter. So what is the radius of one of this circle? The radius of one of these coins is 8/10 centimeters. And you box your answer. Okay? You realize I'm not saying 0.8. Read math correctly. This is 8/10. That's how you read that decimal. Okay? I Tiger wants to make a circular hoop that he can twirl around his body for exercise. So he wants to make a circular hoop. Okay? He will use a tube that is 25 meters long. So he had a tube that's 25 meters long, and then he bent it to make this circular shape over here. Now, what does that tell you? That this is the circumference. Because he used it to make a circle. So he bent it round and he made a circle. So that is the circumference. What will be what will be the diameter of Tiger's hoop? Round your answer to the nearest thousandths of a meter. So I have part A and B. So I'm going to do here. So diameter equals taxi pi. Or if you don't know how to do that, just say pi d equals to circumference. Okay? Now, circumference is how much? 2 5/10 meters. And on this side, you have pi d. Who is the number? Pi. Because you want diameter, you're going to taqsim both sides by pi. Okay? So diameter equals to 2.5 2.5 taqsim pi. Now, the question says you have to round your answer. So put this in the calculator, exactly the way you're seeing it. And you should get a decimal like that. Okay? Now, the question tells you to round to the nearest thousandths. So you count 10, 100, 10, hundredths, thousandths. So you circle your 5, you underline your 7, you're going to add 1 because this number is 5 or this digit is 5 and more. So your diameter is approximately 796 thousandths of a meter. Okay? So that's what you're supposed to do. All right. Part 2 wants the radius. Okay? Now, you can either just taqsim this by 2 or use the kanun. 2 pi r equals to circumference. Okay, you want r, so you're going to do 2 pi r equals to 2.5 meters. Taqsim by 2 pi because you want r. So this goes away. So r equals, so you're supposed to taqsim this by 2 pi. R equals to When you put this in the calculator, you should get 39788. Okay? So you go to the digit on the thousandth place, you circle it, you underline the digit after, you ask yourself, is this digit 5 or more? If you say yes, then increase the circle by 1. So now r equals, or radius equals 398,000th meter over meter. So that's how much the radius is. Okay? The next question, relationships that exist between circles and line segments. Now, in your circle, how many line segments should you know? You should know. So let's draw a circle. You put our center. How many line segments are in a circle? There should be almost 5. You should have the radius. You should have the diameter. You should have the chord. And you should have the secant. Okay? Okay? So you need to talk about all of them. Start with the radius. What is the radius? The line segment starts at the center and ends at the circle. Then describe diameter. The longest chord must pass through the center and both ends must touch the circle. Both ends must touch the circle or the circumference. Okay? Then chord has 2 endpoints at the circle or on the circle, has 2 endpoints on the circle, but does not go through the center. Okay? Then tangent. It touches the circle at 1 point and must be outside the circle. Okay? Now, then you have secant. Second, it intersects the circle at 2 points. Okay? And continues outside the circle. Like that. Okay? So you should be able to describe. You're using words. Describe what you see. Okay? Like that. All right, we move on. The sum of the circumferences of the circles H, J, and K is shown at the right. The word sum means to add. And what are you adding? You're adding the circumferences of circle H, J, and K, and you're getting 56 pi. So you write circumference of circle H plus circumference of circle J plus circumference of circle K should give you total circumference. Circumference of circle H is gotten by 2 pi r. The same thing here, 2 pi r. That's the kanun for circumference. Plus 2 pi r. But these circles are not the same size, so I cannot make the radius the same. I have to differentiate each radius. So I have to put here radius H, radius J, radius K. And I know that this is 56 pi. Now, who is the greatest common factor? The greatest common factor in this equation is 2 pi. So I will remove it. 2 pi, and then I am left with RH plus the radius of J, of circle J, plus the radius of circle K. That gives me 56 pi. Now, I like working simply. So I know I need to move this. How will I move it? By dividing, because we are darbing. There is no ishara over here. So I divide both sides by 2 pi. This and this goes away. So now I am left with radius of circle H plus radius of circle J plus radius of circle K, which gives me 28. If I taksim, that becomes 1, and 56 taksim 2 is 28. Now I go to my picture. The radius of circle H is from here to here, which is x. The radius of circle J is from here to here. Sorry, is from the center to here. Right there. That's the radius of circle J. That gives me 2x. The radius of circle K is from here to here, which gives me 4x equals to 28. If I add these, I should get 7x, which equals to 28. I divide by 7, I divide by 7, this goes away. X is 4. I don't want x because the question told me to find kj. So I will write here, kj equals radius of k plus radius of j, because this is radius and this is radius over here. So radius of k is 4x. This line will be the same as this line, okay? Now, and radius of j is 2x. This line over here will be the same as that line over there, okay? So this becomes 6x, and because I know x, I'm going to put it in brackets. So 6 dot 4, which gives me 24. And because they didn't give me units, I will write the word units. And I box my answer. Is the distance from the center, you're asked to analyze, is the distance from the center of a circle to a point in the interior of a circle. So I draw my circle, I put my center, and it says I go to the interior. It didn't tell me to touch the circle. It said I needed to stop anywhere in the interior. Anywhere. Okay? As long as I don't touch the circle. Okay. Now, what is the question asking me? The question is asking me if this distance is sometimes, always, or never less than the radius. I know the radius is from here to here. And if this distance is longer than these other distances, so I should say it is always less than the radius. Okay, so I'm going to write here the distance, or this distance, the distance, I should write the distance here. The distance, I'm using these words, the distance from the center of a circle to a point in the interior of a circle will always be less, will always be less than the radius of the circle. And I have justified this. The radius must touch the circle. The radius must touch the circle. So it is longer. Any point in the circle will be shorter to the center. So it is longer from the center. Okay? All right. Now we are here. We want to work with measuring angles and arcs. Okay? The question is asking us to get x. We know that this is the circle, and we know all the central angles must add up to 360. So x will equals to 360 minus 105 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 115 degrees. And that should give you 80 degrees. And you box your answer. That's what the question wants you to do. Okay? X will equal 360 nagas 120 plus 90 degrees. And your answer should be 150 degrees. X equals to 360 minus 180 plus 42. And that should give you 360 minus 180 plus 42 degrees. Okay, and that should give you 138 degrees. Now, you should know it is 180 because it is half of the circle. Okay, this you should know is 90 degrees because of this ishara over here. Okay, now here the question is asking you, first you need to identify each arc. How do you want to identify each arc? You need to identify whether it's major or minor or semicircle. Okay, now you need 3 letters, and you need to know it is greater than 180 degrees. You need 2 letters, and you need to know that it is less than 180 degrees for you to be minor. And semicircle, you must be equal to 180 degrees, and you need 3 letters. So where I see 2 letters, I just write minor. Minor arc. Minor arc. Minor arc. Minor arc. Now, I can identify a minor arc without knowing their rakam. How do I know? Because I only have 2 harf. 2 letters is enough for me to determine whether you're a minor or not a minor arc. So minor arcs, you can only use 2. But the question now wants you to find the measure. Okay? Now, why can I not do this like this? I have to look at my picture because I need to determine the rakam. For major arc and semicircle, both of them have 3 letters. So I need to see if my rakam is bigger than 180 or if my rakam is equal to 180. So I cannot just decide by looking at the halves. Okay? Now let's do EA. EA is over here. EA. You just do that. You start at E, you go to A. Now, you see it is directly opposite this angle here, CB. Angle CRB is vertically opposite angle ERA. So this should be 50 degrees. Now, if it is 50 degrees there, I can get it that way. Or alternatively, if I don't want to do that, I can use the diameter. So the diameter is a straight line. So that means it's a straight angle. And a straight angle is 180. So to get this part, I will do 180 minus 100 minus 30. And that also gives me 50 degrees. So I have 2 ways of doing my answer. So then the question says find its measure. Its measure is 50 degrees. So I can write here minor arc because it is less than 180 degrees. Less than 180 degrees. Now let me do DC. DC is already over there. So I started at D and I went all the way to C. What rakam do I get there? 100. So that's 100 degrees. Box your answer. You should have 2 answers. The question wants you to say the identity and the question wants you to say the measure. Okay? So I want to do AB. AB is over here. Now, let me erase this. We've said this is 50. So from A to C, it is 180. So to get AB, I will do A, B, C, arc ABC minus arc CB, arc BC. Doesn't matter, whichever way. Arc ABC is 180 degrees because it is made by the diameter. And then I will subtract BC, which is 50. And this gives me 130 degrees. So then minor arc because it is less than 180 degrees. So I box my answer and there. Okay. Now I want to do this arc CB. Arc CB is already given to us. It is less than 180 degrees and it measures 50 degrees. So minor, it's a minor arc. Now let's do DEB. DEB. So to do DEB, I have to do DE, the arc, plus EA, the arc. This I know is 130 because I did it over here. Plus AB, the arc. So I'm going from DE to EA to AB. I want I want DEB. Okay? Now, DE is 30, EA is 50, and AB is 130. So 180 plus 30, that should be 210, if I am not wrong. (210°). So now, because this is greater than 180, it is a major arc. Okay? Now I want to do CDA. CDA. CDA, I can do by looking and know it is a semicircle because it's using the diameter CA. So I went to C, I went to D, and then I went to E, and I went to A. So that's already half of a circle. I can do by looking, I can do by calculating. So that is arc CD plus arc DE plus arc EA. That gives me 100 plus 30 plus 50, giving me 180. And because it is equal to 180, then it is semicircle. Okay? Remember, each question should have two answers, one for the identity and one for the measure. So, and you should be able to justify. Lazim, you justify why you're choosing that answer. So that's where the kanun comes in, okay? All right, so let's move on to the next one. Arc UPQ is gotten by adding arc UP to arc PQ. Okay, so you want UPQ, UPQ. So you're going to add 40 to 90. Okay, so 40 plus 90, that should give you 130 degrees. Okay, because the question just asked you to find each measure. Okay, now PQR. To get PQR, you're going to add PQ arc plus QR. PQ is 90 and QR should also be 90 because both of them are on this straight line and a straight angle is 180 degrees. So PQR is 180 degrees and you box your answer. Then you need to do UTS. UTS, you have to go from U to T, arc UT, then go from T to S. So UTS, you're going to go this way. Okay? Now you need to find this person. Okay. Now, what do you notice? You notice that this line and this line are perpendicular. Why? Because this is 90, so this also has to be 90. Now, if this is 90, you have 40, this has to be 50. Okay? Now, if you don't remember that, what should you do? You should see that this is Mia Uthamanin. From here to here is Mia Uthamanin. Then you do 180 minus 50 minus 40 minus 40. You should remain with 50, which you'll put over here. Okay? So many ways of doing the same thing. Or you can do it like this. This is 180. You already have 90 and you have 40. 180 minus 40. 180 minus 90 minus 40 should give you 50. So that's how you can also do it. Now, let us solve the question. UT is 50 and TS is 40. So UTS is 90 degrees. And you box your answer. Then you need to find RS, arc RS, which is this one, from here to here. So you just put 50 degrees. Okay? All right, so we move on. We say this was 50 from the other picture. Okay? So now we want to find RSU, RSU. So you're going to do RS plus ST plus TU. Okay? Follow the alphabet the way it has been given to you. So this is 50 plus 40 plus 50 degrees, and that should give you 140 degrees, and you box your answer. STP. STP, you're going to go to ST. After you go to ST, you're going to go to TU, and then you're going to go to UP. Okay? So you're going to start at S, go to T, go to TU, then you're going to go to UP. ST is 40, TU is 50, UP is 40. When you add all these three rakams, you should get 130 degrees. PQS, you're going to go to PQR, and then you're going to go to RS. PQR should be 180 because it is a semicircle. PQR over here. And then you're going to add RS, which is 50 degrees. And that should give you 230 degrees. And you box your answer. PRU. PRU, there's so many ways you can do it. So many ways. PRU. So it's the whole circle. You are removing this. So I'm going to just write 360 minus UP, arc UP. Okay? So that will be 360 minus 40, giving us 320 degrees. Alternatively, you can do it equals to PQR arc plus arc RT plus arc TU. Okay? So PQR 180, RT 90, and then TU 50. If you add all these three rakams, you should get 270 plus 50, which should give you 320 degrees. Okay? So now we're here doing arc and chords. Now, this chord SR is the same as ST. And because they are the same, the arcs should also be the same. So now I can write SR or RS because I want to start here. Let's go this. RS, arc RS plus RST plus TR should equal to 360 degrees. Why? Because it's a circle. So I started here, I went here, and I went here, and I came back. So I went a full circle. Now I know RS is X, and I know ST is also X. I know TR is 64. And all of them, when I add, I should get to 360. So 2x plus 64 equals to 360. And then I subtract 64 on both sides. And I should get 2x equals to, this is 6. This is 9, because that's 15, and then 296. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. X should equal to 148 degrees. Okay. All right. Now I want to do question 2. I want to do question 2 now. Now, angle D, there's no center here. Okay, angle X. This angle X has to be the same as this one. Has to be the same. Because it is made up of the radius. Okay? So arc DE is intercepted by this angle right here. So an angle that is intercepted by the arc formed by the radius, they have to be congruent. Now, we know that this chord DE is the same as chord FG. And because they are the same, arc DE is 116. And because this arc is made up of the two radii, then X is also 116 degrees. Okay? Now, these two chords are the same. LM is the same as JK. They are congruent. So X is also 82 degrees. Okay? We move on. What do we want? Find the value of X. Now, same thing. Here is X. So I will write CA arc plus AB arc plus BC arc equals to 360 degrees. X plus X plus 90 degrees equals to 360 degrees. Okay? So this is 2x plus 90 equals to 360 degrees. Okay? So subtract 90 on both sides. You should get that 2x equals to 270. Then you divide by 2, and you divide by 2 on both sides. X should equals to 135 degrees. Okay, this arc is the same as this arc, so therefore the two chords must also be congruent. So 2x plus 4 equals to 18 minus 4 minus 4, 2x equals to 14, divide by 2, divide by 2, x is 7. The question wants us to find x. Okay, this arc HI or IH is the same as HJ. So therefore, these two codes are the same. So I will write here, JH is congruent to code IH. Okay, code JH is 2x plus 1 plus equals to 5x minus 5. I subtract 5x on both sides. I minus 1 on both sides. 0 and 0. Negative 3x equals to negative 6. Divide by negative 3 on both sides. X is positive 2. Okay? The two codes are the same, so the arcs will be the same. Arc NL should be equal to arc PM. arc NL is 3x plus 2, and this arc PM is 2x plus 4, minus 2x minus 2x, minus 2 minus 2. This is 0, this is 0, x equals to 2. Okay? The arcs are the same because we are seeing the congruency tick marks. So we are going to write 6x equals to 2x plus 24. Minus 2x minus 2x gives us 4x equals to 24. Divide by 4, divide by 4, x is 6. Question tells us to find the value of x. Okay. Now, here I have to confirm whether my arcs are congruent before I can solve. Why? Because I don't see two numbers on the arcs that are the same. Now, to get arc zy, this zy, okay, I will do 360 minus 198, and that gave me 162. To get this one, I should also do 360 minus 162, and that gave me 198. So now I know I have congruent arcs, so that means my chords are also congruent. So what will I say? I will say 9x minus 78 is equal to 3x. So I will subtract 3x on both sides, and I will add 78 on both sides. So what does this become? 0, 0. This becomes 6x equals to 78. And then I'll divide by 6 on both sides, and x equals to 13. Okay? Now, if this line RW is congruent to RZ, then your two chords are the same. So therefore, I will say UV, the chord, is equal to chord TS. 3x equals to 21, divide by 3, divide by 3, x is 7. The question told me to find x. Okay, same thing here. What have I been given? I've been given this GQ and QE or EQ. Okay, because the chords are the same, because the chords are congruent. CD is congruent to CB, therefore GQ will be congruent to EQ. So I will write here, GQ is congruent to EQ. So then I'll write x plus 5 is equals to 3x minus 6, minus 3x minus 3x, minus 5 minus 5, minus 2x equals to negative 11. Negative 2 taksim both sides, and x equals to 5 and 5/10. Okay? Okay, now we are going to inscribed angles. Kanun, you have to remember, angle equals to arc, divide 2, and arc equals to angle multiplied 2. What do I want? I want arc. That means the question has given me the angle. So arc equals to angle times 2. My arc that I want, my angle is 36, and I divide by 2. I should multiply by 2, and I will get 72 degrees. Angle N, I want angle And because I want angle, I know I have been given the arc, and I will I will taqsim the arc by 2. What's the angle I want? I want angle N. Which arc will give me angle N? Arc LK. I will divide that by 2. Arc LK is 62. Divide by 2, and that will give you 31 degrees. What do I want? I want arc. Arc is given by angle, and you multiply by 2. Who is the arc you want? QSR. Who is the angle you have? Angle P. And you're going to multiply by 2. So you're going to have 113 degrees times 2. That gives you 226 degrees. What do you have? Arc. No. What do you want? Arc. What do you have? Angle. So arc equals angle times 2. Arc is XY. That's what you want. You're going to use angle Z. You're going to use angle Z, and you're going to multiply by 2. Angle Z is 23 degrees times 2, giving you 46 degrees. Box your answer. Okay? All right, angle E. You want angle E. So angle equals arc divide 2. Angle is E. That's what you want. Arc DF is what will help you, because that's intercepting angle E. So DF is 162 divide 2, 81 degrees. Okay. You want angle. You're going to do angle equals arc divide 2. Remember, this is ishara for angle. Remember, this is ishara for arc. That's how you should know. Angle R is given by arc QS divide by 2. I don't know arc QS, but I know that QS plus SR plus RQ should give me 360. So QS equals to 360 minus 120 minus 140. And that should give me 100 degrees. Then now I will put here 100 degrees, divide by 2, give me 50 degrees. And I box by answer. Okay, now when two angles are made from the same arc, they are said to be congruent. So arc MN makes angle L and makes angle P. And then arc PL will make angle M and will make angle N. And because they come from the same arc, they must be congruent. So I want angle N, so we will do angle N is equal to angle M. So I will write here 3y plus 8 is equals to 6y minus 1 minus 6y minus 6y minus 8 minus 8. This is 0. Negative 3y equals to negative 9. Divide by negative 3. This goes away. Y is 3. Now, you want angle N. Angle N is equal to 3, replacing the y plus 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 8 should be 17. And you box your answer. Okay? All right, let's do angle L. Angle L starts with, angle L is friends with angle P. Okay? So angle P is equals to angle L. This is 6x is equals to 5x plus 9 minus 5x minus 5x. I should get x is equals to 9. Now we want angle L. Angle L is equals to 5 bracket x plus 9. 5 times 9 plus 9, you have 45 plus 9. 45 plus 9, it should be 54 degrees. Okay? Same thing here. So you'll say A is equal to B because they both come from DC. Okay? DC makes A and DC makes B. So because they come from that, they are congruent. So you write here, and let's do it over here. Angle A should equal to angle B. 5x minus 1 equals to 4x plus 17. Subtract 4x, subtract 4x, add 1, add 1. This goes away, this goes away. X is 18. But you don't want x, you want angle A. Angle A is equal to 5 multiply x minus 1, which gives you 5 multiply 18 minus 1, which gives you 90 minus 1, which gives you 89 degrees. Okay, and you box your answer. Now let's do for C. C is going to be friends. C is going to be friends with D. Okay, angle C is equal to angle D. 3y minus 20 is equals to 2y plus 1. Subtract 2y on both sides plus 20 on both sides. Y equals to 21. Now you need to find angle C. Angle C is 3y minus 20. 3 times 21 minus 20 equals to 63 minus 20 equals to 43 degrees. And you box your answer. Make sure you put degrees. Okay? All right. That's the end of here. We'll do the next one later.